Hey guys and girls, welcome back to another beautiful video on this beautiful channel, beautiful day. From the last video where we're doing the scrolling, and I thought I'd actually change this. Like, the stage itself has a scroll speed, so I'm gonna make a inline getter for scroll speed. Inline float get scroll speed const, and then we're just gonna return, and that's gonna help us keep it even everywhere. So if I set the scroll speed to 1, that's how fast it's gonna roll. Go forward. Now when I go into game, I can just do this stage dot get scroll speed. Alright, and then we'll have a nice updating moving thingy. Now I'm gonna show you guys what I changed in stage. I added the background texture RT, render texture RT. I added background 1 and 2. I guess I had those already, but yeah, I have them there. Now in upgrade background, I removed the I and the K, the indexes, just the view and the DT remains. Now if I go into stage and into load, we're gonna change this anyway, so we'll get back to this, but I'll show you what I did. I just, as a quick fix to test it out, I created background RT to the size of my screen, which I already know, but we're gonna make this dynamic to the size of this, to the view. So how big the view is, that's how big our RT is gonna be, background RT, and then the X is gonna be double the size so it can scroll. But yeah, we'll play around with that later. At least we'll want to get it to work. What I can do now is I can remove this just to be safe. If I go into stage, then into upgrade background, update background, I set scroll speed. But what I have to do is I have to remove the minus and just say multiplied by dt, multiplied by this dt multiplier. And then I'm going to just let it, and then I'm going to divide this by 2 as well. So I'm going to move it half of the speed of which the view is moving, because I want it to move. How does this look though? I'm just going to show you guys what I did first. In stage, it's the same. I don't really do anything. In load, one thing that could happen is that when I try to draw this, so I have to go into draw and just double check that I do draw the background tiles, but now I draw them onto the background RT. Here I have to check if map maker, because I have the bool editor. So if editor, then I'm going to do something. Oh wait, can I just do this in here? If editor, then I'll do this. Like this. If not editor, or else I'm going to do this. If editor, then I'm gonna do this. Then I'll just draw the background. This is gonna draw onto there. If it's not, then I'll just draw this directly onto target. That means that I'll draw it directly to the screen if we're in the editor. If not, we'll draw it onto the render texture, and then I will draw the render texture onto the screen. These are the regular tiles. They'll be drawn just like they should. That's good. So that's for draw. If not editor, then update background. That's good. I'll update all of those. That's fine. So update and draw is good. We updated those. Upgrade scroll speed. In load stage, I showed you what I did. Here I didn't do anything special, so let's just run this and see what happens. I think I changed some stuff in game, but yeah, I changed where the function is called, the map update. So see how this is kind of, it's moving at another speed than the other background is. So it's moving less, basically. Now if I move it at the same speed, obviously it's gonna move with the whole map, but I don't want that. I want it to move like this a little bit. I wanted to move a little faster though, that's the problem. I wanted to move a little faster. It's not moving fast enough. Just a little bit. But I'll show you where I added this update. Wait, where's map update? Defaults. No, that was fine. I think it was in stage update where we actually... Yeah, I put this down. I don't know if I showed you that already, but I put this out of the for loop and just update it once every time this is called, because we removed the index thingies. But I want to move it slower, like I said. But before we do that, let's go into load stage. Now the important thing here is to know how big our view is, because that's how big I want this render texture to be. Or how big our, because I wanted the map, I want it to be the map size, but the render texture can't be that big. It's not allowed to be that big, it's too big. I want it to be double the size of the screen. Double the size of the screen. So how do we do that? Double the size of the view at that current time. So let's just say view. And the issue I was having in the last video was that everything was fine, it was being drawn out, but the from and to column was the issue. It was, as we were moving these background tiles themselves, we had an issue, because those were being moved and they were outside of the column when they were actually inside, and it was just weird. It was just really bad with the grid size and everything, all that calculation. So we have to do this. Now we're drawing them onto a texture, so the actual boxes aren't moving, their positions are always the same. It's just that the whole texture is moving, so that, you know, we don't get that issue. Now I have the view in here that I can put in, and then this is stage size X, that's fine, but I want this view to be, because I want it to be the size of the screen multiplied by 2. So this view dot get, no, not this view, again, view get size dot x multiplied by 2. This view dot get, again, get size dot y. So I can do that. Now where do I load? I think I loaded in here. Initialize map. This main view, and in initialize, I initialize the view first, but I hope I initialize the window as well before that, because as I create the game, yeah, I do the window is already initialized. I set the main view to that size and everything, so that should be good. Yes, that's fine. This view that get size. So that's where I load. In here I load one as well. Init. Where do I do that? Init view. Init map. Where do I load? Oh, sorry, load stage. Here we go. This view, or just view. Didn't I send in view to game map maker? This main view. There we go. Too few what and the what's. Oh, whoops. That wasn't good. How do I do this? If this stage, because it was an if statement, main view. So now I send in main view here. Oh, whoops. I send in main view. Now I have the view size. Let me just run this. It's double the size of the whole thing, so our sprite will be that size as well. That's good. This is nice. It is running like I want it to. Now the thing is, when this reaches when I want it to be cycling, so I kind of want it to cycle these two. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. It's double the size. I was thinking it's gonna start here, and as soon as that reaches, but it's moving the other way. That's the problem. As soon as that reaches that point, yeah, that's the issue. There's an issue here because I want it to scroll like that. I want it to scroll, and the only good way I can do that is to have two different pictures, two different sprites which are scrolling. So background 1 and background 2. That's good. Then I will do that. Actually, I will do that. I will set it to the size. If we go into our stage, let's set it to the regular, just the regular size. Then when we set, wait, didn't I? No, never mind. Okay, but this load stage is fine. We create our render texture there for the background. When we update the background, that's where we'll do stuff. When we draw it, okay, I update the background. When we draw it, void, here's where we have the thingy. Draw this background 2 dot set texture, RT get texture. Okay, so we have two different textures or sprites that are being set texture and stuff. Now as we update, the first one's gonna be in screen. The other one is gonna be right behind it. Update background. As I load the stage, that's where I have to set these two, set the positions. Let me remove this. I create these, view background RT. So this background 1 dot set position 0 0. Just to be secure, be sure, it's gonna be at 0 0. This background 2 dot set position equals this background 1 dot get size, get global bounds. No, this background RT dot get texture dot get maximum size dot x this is an int. There where you get an int. Get the maximum texture size allowed. Oh, okay, that's what it is. I want to get the width dot get size dot x, set it to that position, and then 0.f. Now we'll have two textures set, two sprites set where they should be to start off. And then as we update these, I think it's in game, in stage. Okay, so they're set. As soon as a background, if this background 1 dot get position dot x is x plus its size, background 1 dot get global bounds dot width. If this is less equal to 0, this background 1 dot set position. Where do we set it? I want to set it all the way back to as far back as you can get. Set position, the background 2, this background 2 dot set position, no, get position dot x plus this background. This is just testing. Background 2 dot get global bounds dot width. So I'm just going to set it there. I'm going to do the same thing for background 2. If background 2 dot get position is less than, okay, it's width, background 1 dot get global bounds dot width. So we'll see if this will cycle through, because the view is moving. Oh, I think it's setting it to here, wherever this is. Yeah, it's setting it to here because my view is moving, right? Alright guys and girls, so I found the problem. I still had this multiplied by. The only thing was that I went through, I checked the position of background 1. So imagine the position of background 1 plus its width. So we're on the right side of the top left corner of the background 1. So we're on the top right corner of that big texture. If that texture is less or equal to view.getCenterX minus view's get size, so that's the top left corner of the view. So your view, your camera, your screen, it's moving, right? So the top left corner of that, if the top right corner of the big texture is on the too far of the left of it, completely gone from your view, then, and it's divided by 2 because we're at the center, right? Minus get size divided by 2. We're not on the, like, you know, the get center, basically, you get it. And then what I do is I set that position then to the other background that's going to be already set to exactly to the right of this texture 1. So I set it to that texture's position plus its width. So that means to the right of that texture. So it's cycling, right? It's switching, it's going all the way here, and it's switching back, and it's kind of doing that. And I do the same thing with background 2. I cycle it. I check exactly the same things. It's just that I set it to background 1's right side when it goes off screen. So that's how it works. Now if I go into load stage, there's some issue I want to resolve, and it's that it's looking really weird. Set position 0, 0. That's good. I don't get why it's doing what it's doing. I really don't get that. I really don't get that. But whatever, because when we look at it, it's not at the top left. See, it's kind of down here. This is so weird. I don't get that. It's kind of shot down a little bit. And but you'll see that it'll cycle. Even though it looks bad, it'll cycle through. You'll see. And then I'll fix all the small stuff as we go. This video is already long. I had to cut it and everything. But as you'll see, it's cycling. See how it's cycled? And as soon as it goes off screen, this other one will be set to this part and will go this way. So that's the way it works. All of this stuff. And as soon as that goes off screen, it's set over here. So, well, that's it, guys and girls. Thanks for watching. And thanks for sticking with me even though the videos are slow. I'm trying to make sense. I'm trying to do everything as well as good as possible. I'll try to fix this as we go along. But yeah, for now, we'll have to leave it like this. Thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one, all right? Bye-bye.